How long were you at Safeway for?
Total or just at one store?
In total.
Total, I believe it was about 13 years.
Okay. Damn. What store did you end up at? Or what leave off at?
The last store I left off at was Hamilton and Meridian.
Okay.
I believe.
Nice. It's a cool store in the cuts.
Yeah, close to Willow Glen.
Yeah.
Kind of big store, big volume store. A lot of hoity-toity people shop there.
Yeah.
Some of those Niners
shop
there. But yeah, it was cool.
Back in the golden era.
Back in the golden era. Yeah.
Okay. Any crazy stories from Safeway?
Oh man, where do I start? Let's see. We'll start with my first store where I was a courtesy clerk. Like I said, I started that when I was a junior. And as you mentioned earlier, it's kind of the coming of age. So, you experimenting with life. And I think that's when I got into some Mary J.
Oh, shit.
Actually, one of my buddies who I was, what do they call them? Courtesy clerks? What? Baggers?
Oh, yeah.
He lived just like a block away from the store.
Okay.
So we used to hang out at his pad. His grandma actually used to grow out in the backyard.
Oh, perfect.
She was like one of those old school, always used to be telling all these little golden nuggets on how to grow and all the vitamins to feed them. And
Dr. Green Thumb.
Totally. Yeah, it was great. So good times at that store. Learned a lot. I think I was a courtesy clerk for like a couple years though.
Damn. You're a bad courtesy clerk.
No, back in those days, moving up, it wasn't like today where people get promoted within like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Like you had a lot of old timers, like veterans, just locked.
Yeah.
Just lingering. So you weren't going nowhere.
Damn it.
So it was good because I got to marinate in that.
Yeah.
Right. And that's where you learn a lot of your foundational shit. So, but then life took another twist and turn, and my time was up there. Oh, actually, quick story before I leave that store is we didn't have a lot of theft in that store, but there were some people who would come in and steal.
Yeah, bastards.
Unsavories.
Yeah.
Right. One of the most memorable ones that I have. This is back in the day when you used to chase after people.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, these days
all
they
good.
don't want you.
Yeah.
They don't want you leaving the.
Yeah. Now you get lose everything. You're a freaking asshole if you stop.
But apparently this guy came in and took some liquor.
Okay.
And I don't remember who exactly saw him, but they're like, "Hey, that guy just walked out the door with some liquor." And apparently he did have liquor on him because as soon as me and one of the other courtesy clerks started going after him, he started like booking it to his car.
Oh man!
Right. So the guy jumps in his car real quick, and we're like right behind him. So as soon as he closed the door, he locks the doors, and he starts his car up. And I'm at his driver's side window saying, "Get out of the car.
Okay.
Give us back the liquor," right? And he's like, I'm watching his body language, and he's starting the car up, and I see his hand like over by the gear, like he's about to fucking take off.
Damn.
Right? Don't know what it was, but I didn't want him to leave.
Yeah.
So I fucking punched his driver's side window and shattered it.
Damn.
And the other courtesy clerk, jumped on the hood of his car.
Holy crap!
I was like holding on to the
I really wanted that shit back.
as he was trying to pull out, and And he ended up pulling out, and I told him, "Hey, get off! He's taking off." And,
Yeah.
And the dude ended up getting off the hood of the car, and the guy like screeched out of the parking lot, like all scared and shit.
Damn.
But yeah, I ended up going back in the store, and somebody said something like, "Hey, are you bleeding?" And I looked down at my arm, and I guess one of the glass chips got stuck in my forearm.
Oh, man. Did you have to go to the hospital?
Nah.
Nice.
Nah, I just,
thugged it out?
Wrapped it up. And
damn. You could get in a lot of shenanigans with a freaking hour-long break, too. Long lunch.
Don't get me started.
That long lunch, dude. And it's like, how do you not smoke some bud real quick or, bounce?
Done.
Done. You know what? I think I'm gonna quit today.
No, no. On our lunches, we used to go to my boy's house where his grandma grows away.
Okay,
Yeah. It was just you come back just donezo. If you can do that shit under the influence, and you're a fucking beast. So
yeah, it's all muscle memory.
Right.
Muscle memory. I could. There's a few things I could do really well, and cutting meat's one of them.
Nice.
I could do it without. Without fumbling, with at least minimal fuck ups.
That's good.
And seeing people over the years that cannot just complete one task or get good at anything is crazy.
Fucking batshit crazy.
I've never been so frustrated as just seeing the lack of skill
and the lack of application.
Yeah, lack of application. Like, what have you been doing here? And that's one thing I want to speak on in this podcast is what the hell? If you can't excel, period, what are you doing?
Sometimes we're not even asking you to excel. We're just asking you to learn and maybe grow.
Yeah.
We're not even asking you to be the best.
Yeah.
Just
drink some water. Drink some water, people. Please.
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated. Pay attention.
Say your prayers, eat your vitamins.
No, fuck. So after Safeway, where'd you go?
After the Bollinger and Miller store, after being there as a courtesy clerk for a couple of years, I finally got called out of there, and I started doing a few grand openings.
Nice.
And my first one was from Bollinger Miller, went to Lawrence Expressway in Stevens Creek.
Okay.
Opened that store as a checker / produce person.
Oh, nice.
That's where I got my first promotion.
Cool.
Yeah, and stayed
fucking
there.
Long time coming, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. It was really nice. Got
nice.
To see a lot of different merchandising aspects and stuff in produce, but just stayed there for the grand opening. I think for 4 to 6 months.
Okay.
And saw that store open, and then jumped from there to Safeway on the Alameda by Santa Clara University.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's
that one's cracking.
Yeah, it's always cracking.
Yeah.
But it was kind of interesting because you go from a brand new store, brand new build, brand new crew, everything.
Yeah.
And then you get dumped into the Alameda, which has been there. It's a historical landmark, right? Yeah. And I went straight into produce.
Okay.
And the crew there was 3 or 4 guys.
Oh, shit.
And they had all been there 30 plus years.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Set in stone.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's you had the 10 Commandments up on the wall, right?
Etched out in stone.
Yeah. So it was a little bit of a I don't know what you want to call it. It was a big contrast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
But you learn a little bit more skills and produce and stuff. And then so I was there at the Alameda, I think, for a year or 2 years. Nothing too crazy went on there at Stevens Creek and Lawrence. But after that store, I did another grand opening at Midtown Safeway on West San Carlos.
Okay, cool.
I was a big volume store.
Still is, right?
Oh yeah, it still pumps.
Full of crackheads and bums, but fucking somehow, some way, that place is cracking.
It just always just turns.
Yeah.
Opened that store in produce, huge crew, huge, just massive amount of real estate for that department. I forget how much that department did a week, but I think it was like starting, it was like 120,000 just in produce.
Damn.
So you were moving some volume.
And what year was this?
Oh fuck! You're asking me to go back in the archives. Let's see, 93. I'd say maybe around like 2000s.
Okay.
99, 2000s.
99, 2000. So 120K then. You know, now you're talking like double. You know, maybe 220, 250.
Yeah.
Because
as long as the store's still growing.
Yeah. I mean, but like
with inflation and everything.
Yeah, with inflation, like if we were going from that money to today's money, it would be so much different. Like if we were talking, you know. True,
right.
Which like
because costs and everything.
Yeah, like everything's you know, people were spending say 100. You're getting 120K there, and you're still having vegetables and freaking pineapples for fucking $2.
Right.
You know, $1.99. Like things were cheaper. Things were
true.
It's so crazy. And how much have you seen like from the fluctuation of prices?
From the time I started?
Yeah, from the time I started to now. Like
yeah, if I really think about it.
Like that's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, just like you mentioned, I mean pineapples, if they were $2.99 back then, like going rate where I'm at right now, it's easy $5.99, $6.99 for a pineapple. So yeah, you're right.
You know, it's crazy. Yeah. Like things are the price points now are fucking ridiculous.
Right.
Now the money's different. You know, there is a chance to make more than then, and that's where the like.
Well, we are in Silicon Valley too,
yeah,
right? I'm sure pineapples in the Midwest aren't $5.99.
Hell, even in the fucking valley, and you know, in the 209, shit's cheaper.
Right.
Here, it's like it's crazy.
Right.
You know.
So it's just a game here, I guess.
You know, we're both still in the industry, and I'd say we're both at high-end type markets, and our prices are through the fucking roof. Like, it is stupid to buy. It's kind of stupid to buy from our own places of work, you know, because things are just outrageous.
Even with the discount?
There's a good discount. There's a good discount. But, you know, it only levels it out to a regular price.
Right.
You know, and
well, as long as the quality's there too, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've seen that even within the meat department is with quality and pricing. From where you started.
Oh, dude, I was there. I was at Safeway for the pink slime era.
Ew, you know, the glued meat.
Yeah, I seen that shit. That's real. I mean,
really,
that's real. That's
I heard about it, but I never.
Yeah, no,
really did a deep dive into it.
And essentially, it's not like that bad. You know?
Come on, glue's not that bad for you.
No.
Was it protein glue or was it like fucking Elmer's?
It was Elmer's. It came from horses. No, but it was pretty much a paste of the ground up bones and like collagen. It had a whole bunch of stuff in it. It was from the cow. So it was from the cow. It was a paste, and it was pretty much like injected in the tubes. So when we're making hamburger back then, we're taking out tubes, like big freaking tubes, and putting them in the grinder.
Just as like filler?
No. The whole chubs. By the time we got the chubs to grind them, they already were injected.
Oh, okay.
So we weren't
pre-injected.
Yeah, we weren't injecting them. I know the news really ran on that one and made it seem like the stores were physically injecting the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
they're already coming that way. So we didn't really know about it, but if you ran a freaking switchblade down or like a box cutter down the thing, it was going to ooze out. So that's where like the pink slime and everything came out once there was people reporting that, I cut my hamburger open to grind it and it's squirting pink stuff out. Crazy. But it had its purpose. Because
let's hear it. I'm interested.
Its purpose was to keep the color of the grind, to eliminate the oxidation. Now, that's kind of a cheater's way out of keeping your meat fresh or fresh looking. Now,
I always thought they kept color just by the dye.
Well, that's the dye. That
is the dye.
That's the dye. There was never any like artificial dyes in it.
Huh.
It was just like the sludge of the fucking cow and the remains of it fucking made into a paste.
So it's just a matter of how much they mix the ratio with the actual meat.
Exactly. It sucks because that becomes processed. So by the time we're making it, it's double processed because you're processing it.
Right.
But it's coming to us processed and then altered and then ground and then put into the counter. It's wrapped and then it's sold, and then there's a lot that goes into it.
Right. So let me ask you this: the chubs that you were talking about that you get from the warehouse or whatever, those are the chubs of ground beef that you wrap in the trays and sell as ground beef?
Yeah.
Or you would use the ground beef.
So those chubs, you throw them in the grinder. So you grind them again. Yeah, so that's that processing that happens.
That second processing.
Yeah, so then you grind them out the machine, and then they...
Do you mix it with anything? Or is it just to regrind it?
You can't mix it because it's all...
Just to regrind the sludge together.
It's like the 7-Eleven Slurpees. You got to keep that shit mixed.
That's bad news bears.
And for the people out there, when you see a package that looks too perfect, it's too perfect. Either it's super processed, it's machine made, or there's some kind of alteration on it.
So let me ask you this: aside from Safeway, if you were to go into any store and buy ground beef on a tray, what do you look for?
I look to see if it's made in house, because then I know
ground in house or made?
Yeah, ground in house. Like
so, how do you know it's not just a chub like you put through the grinder? Is there a way to tell?
There's a way to tell.
Is it the color? Is it the texture? Is it
the consistency? Okay. Consistency of the meat. If it's done real fine. Say it's 90%. Say it's lean.
90-10?
Yeah, if it's 90-10, you want to see like the perfect color. You want to see that redness. You want to see minimal fat. But if you're going to get 80-20, you want to see that difference. You want to see the color difference. You want to see the fat ratio. You want to see that it's actually 20% fat. And when I was living up north, there was markets that had the 70% beef.
Oh, wow.
And I haven't seen that around here for a long time. I used to make 70% at Safeway, and those chubs were just a little bit lighter color. And it's the same shit,
right.
It's the same shit, but
it's just the content.
Yeah, but over there I'd see it, and it was ground in-house, and they did a decent job, but at that point, it's hard trusting that they're not throwing just every fucking, every piece of trash in there to, make it up. And because
are you throwing tallow in there to make it up, or
no? It's just like it's just like heavy fat. So like, say you're cutting a chuck roast or a chuck roll, and you got a big fucking slab of it. That's your regular 80-20, but say you keep all the real heavy fats on it.
Trimmings.
Yeah, and then you say you cut 4 other things and you save all the real thick fat content of it. You throw that in there with a lean grind, and then you try to, weigh out on what it is. if you got a good meat department, they're cooking their grind and testing it, and being a meat manager and a meat cutter for all these years, I tell you that's one pain in the ass process, and a lot of people don't do it, but it's required.
So you're eyeballing all this,
yeah,
as far as the percentage,
yeah.
as far as color. And,
I eyeball it at a freaking at a market, but you should be testing it as the management. They should be testing their ground beef.
Interesting,
because then
that's the only way to tell.
Yeah, because technically, if it's not it, you can't sell it,
right?
Because you're bullshitting, you know.
Well, that was going to be my next question: is where's the oversight on that? Like as a store, you get weights and measures coming in.
Yeah.
But on something like this,
it's gonna fall in quality, and then it's gonna fall in whoever you have as a meat manager.
Or if you got a savvy customer who's a meat connoisseur who comes in and said, "Oh, that's not 70."
And you get that shit all the time. I've got that so many times, even with it tested. Really? Even with it as chubs, and you can't fake the chubs. They're already pre-ratioed.
Mm-hmm.
They state on there what it is, how much percentage. So there's no fudging that one.
Right.
There will still be that person that will swear that they know better and that the machine made a mistake.
Well, that's a whole nother conversation, right?
Yeah, customers are
unruly customers.
Yeah, customers are funny, man. Some silly cats.
They're almost as silly as some of the employees.
Yeah. And it's always funny when the customer loves coming there but hates every time they're there.
Right, but they'll keep coming back.
I'm here 7 times a week. Really? Every fucking day. You hate this place. You sure about this? It's insane. But it keeps us keeps us in business.
Yeah.
Those bullshit mottos and all that stuff,
Job security.
Job security. You gotta help those crazy people. Some people, that's their therapy.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Have you seen that in coworkers, where they're showing up for work, but also using it as a therapy session and trying to get consoled by everyone and their mother at the fucking job site?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm going through that right now. My current place. The only difference is I don't do much consoling anymore. So now those types of people, they kind of take offense to that because you're not consoling them.
Yeah.
I know.
Poor things.
My heart bleeds for them sometimes.
It's pretty sad. It's pretty fucking sad.
It is. Because then when you don't console them, they start throwing hissy fits.
Yeah, and they stop working. And they stop doing
they never were working. So
they just slow it down. Or they
instead of first gear, now they're in granny gear, right?
Yeah. And they want to be seen doing wrong to get some kind of reaction. It's fucking psychotic.
That's a whole other conversation.
Bananas.
Yeah. Apples and bananas.
Yeah, damn it.
Apples and bananas, yeah. It's pretty wild.
So for produce, right? So you have all these years and all these different companies you work for in the produce game. What do you look for? And we'll go back to the grand opening. As setting up like a grand opening, what does the produce merchandise look like? Like how do you go about setting a nice produce department? Like from my experience, it's been meat, so I always set up like the grab and go set. You have your fish set, you have your meat set, and gourmet, and you have it's so different because I've worked produce too, and like it's hard to comprehend from the outside, like
sure,
because
all the time and energy that goes into
it. Yeah, because like cutting meat and running a team it seems pretty easy to me, like I just because I've done it and the repetition and like the muscle memory is like it's all there. But then when I go into produce, it's like, okay, I'm by myself. I have 12 tables. a wet rack, a front display, floral, you know, and odds and ends bullshit like peanuts and fucking cranberries,
right.
you know, like
salad case,
yeah,
right.
yeah, and it's a lot to like just take in. So like as I left meat and went into like store leadership, I was so grateful to be able to work produce because it was always like, where the fuck do you start? Right. You know, and my only way to do it was like just jump right in and try to like be at every hole. Like I'm trying to start at the fucking bananas, then I go to the apples, then I go to the dirt table. Right. But is there a rhyme to reason to that?
I guess I'm not sure how it is in meat, but it's kind of this. No matter what department, the way I see a store is kind of the same thing. It's just different variables, right? Okay. So it's kind of like how you mentioned, how you got your grab and go, you have your fish section, you have your meat section.
What comes first? Like, what's your number one, like, goal in produce? Like, because, you know, you're open the whole day, you know, and there's no service case. Right. Like, how do you break it down to, like, what do you go for first? And is it your moneymaker? Is it what gets you done the fastest? Or
that's a very good question because a lot of people don't even get that far.
Okay.
Into the business. Yeah. They just struggle, and I'm sure you see them. Right? It's
they can't get off the fucking citrus table.
No. They'll be there for like half their shift.
Yeah, right? Like, just throw the fucking
But in the meantime, the Fuji apples and the avocados are fucking empty.
Yeah, and there's bugs on them. Right. You know, because you didn't call them.
Right. Because they're still on the citrus table.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, man, I could have a whole episode on this. But if I had to break it down really simply, it would be this. And correct me if I'm wrong, but no matter what department you're in, whether it's produce, meat, the way a store runs is to do what?
Make money.
It's to make money, right?
Yeah.
So when you work a store or a department, no matter what department it is, all you're looking to do is make money and push product. Yeah. Right? Get product out on the back, get it out on the floor because it's not selling in the back. Yeah. Right? How many times have you heard that?
Dude, I try to preach that shit.
Right?
Like what the fuck do we have product in the back for?
Right. So obviously without overfilling it because you want to keep shit rotated and all that. There's certain foundational things you need to keep. So going back to your question, what do you look for when it comes to produce and how do you manage it on a day-to-day basis? If I had to sum it up in one or two sentences, it would be this. It would be you feel or you do whatever is needed.
Okay.
At that time, at that day.
Gotcha.
With keeping in mind, you always have your priority items. Right? Your top movers, your top 5 or your top 10, whether it's bananas, apples, avocados, right? Like you said, you're not going to spend 3 hours on the citrus table. Yeah. When you got fires that need to get put out, right? So you're always observant and you're always just watching, seeing, because any given day, customers aren't buying the same exact cookie cutter shit every single day. It's all different. Same with the meat department, right? Sometimes you're in a holiday, 4th of July, and people are buying fucking dogs and ground and stuff. So those are things that are going to be fine that you're going to need to fill.
Corn on the cob.
Right? But then on any given day, maybe it's Lent. Maybe you're selling more fish. Yeah. Maybe so you got to jump. So
just knowing the time.
Knowing the times, knowing your customer base, being flexible. Yeah. Being able to see things, anticipate things. I mean, there's kind of a lot of different variables that go into it, but if you just take a few steps back and look at the whole department and be like, oh, okay, I see this is running low, that's running low, that's running low. I'm going to hit that first, that next. Yeah. Instead of saying, oh, shit, I got to go do the wet rack, and then I got to go do these tables, and then those are all kind of expectations you set in your own head. Just kind of, I always taught the people that I train, feel whatever's lowest.
Right. Okay.
With keeping in mind your priority items.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're not going to, even though the Belgian endive's a quarter full.
Yeah.
But sort of the bananas, the Fuji apples, and the avocados, you're not going to fill the Belgian endive.
Yeah.
It just doesn't move as fast, right? So same with meat, right? You're going to fill your top movers first, and at the end of the day, that's what drives sales, because you let things run, you let the customers do the rotation for you, and it makes your job so much easier.
Well, yeah.
I don't know how many people I've seen struggle with that concept because they feel they need to keep everything full all the time, throughout the whole day, and they're
overworking themselves.
Oh, it's bananas.
To the ground. To the
crazy.
Fucking ground.
It's crazy. So it's all about, someone once told me in the very beginning, it's all about working smart, not hard.
No.
Right? I mean, you can work yourself to death if you wanted.
Yeah.
Or you could
navigate
and just flow with it and be successful. Yeah. So it's that simple concept, it just goes so deep into all bunch of different other areas of the store, where you could look at your labor costs, right? And be like, what's the difference between my labor costs of running things smart versus running things hard? You know, if I let the customers do the rotation for me, and I'm letting things run down, how much less labor is that going to take me to run this department, right? Versus trying to dump more hours into the department just to keep things full.
Yeah.
But yet they're not getting rotated. Now you're having to do double work because people are topping shit off.
Yeah.
And you end up with flies and shit.
Yeah.
It's just
bruised bananas.
Yeah,
bruised
you're making
apples.
more work for yourself.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I have noticed. I definitely have noticed that with the inflation, is like you can't overstack stuff because there's not killer deals anymore.
Right.
You know, you're not getting 79-cent deals on shit. There's no like buy one get one free. It's kind of a baseline price, you know, and your week to week sale, save maybe $1, maybe 75 cents. So it's like, yeah, you can't go crazy. You can't build those crazy old displays. Yeah.
Right.
And that's something I remember. I remember that as a kid. I remember going to Safeway and Lucky's, and they had crazy old displays, Cinco de Mayo displays, Super Bowl displays. Like, they went in on those, you know. I will say, when I would shop at Winco's in Folsom, they went hard, dude. They went hard on their displays, but the shit was dirt cheap. You know, it was dirt cheap, and a lot of times the quality wasn't good either. Not shitting on Winco's, you know, but it was a cool place, you know. But they went hard on their fucking displays, and like every day was freaking Cinco de Mayo there.
Nice.
You know, no offense on that, you know, either, but goddamn, you know, like it was.
No, yeah, I remember those days too. You have waterfall displays showing off, and it's
freaking awesome.
It's wild. You're building a display of navel oranges, and you're using a whole palette of navel oranges to build a display. It's like, it's nuts.
It's impulsive. Man. Yeah. All right, so you're at Safeway for a minute. What'd you do after Safeway?
After Safeway, so after Midtown, they did a re-grand opening at Hamilton and Meridian, and that's how I ended up there. But I ended up at Midtown and Hamilton Meridian. I think those two stores, just because there's such volume stores, ended up fucking up my back.
Damn it!
Just like. And it was strictly due to the volume. When our loads that we got at Midtown, just in produce, we would get a whole truckload.
With nothing else. All produce.
No, a whole 24 boards.
Damn.
Produce.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was one of the main guys breaking down most of the shit.
Damn it.
Yeah.
So you had 24 boards. How big of a team did you have?
That team was pretty big. I think we had, I can't remember the exact number, but probably like around 12, 13 guys.
Okay.
And so in the morning we'd probably have like maybe 3 or 4 guys.
Damn.
One guy on one side of the rack, one guy on the other side of the rack, the manager, opening, and then maybe like one or 2 table guys.
Okay.
Staggered.
So when you're breaking it, are you taking them off the truck as well, or does the driver pull them out?
Trying to remember. No, they just park the truck.
Yeah, because I've always seen the produce guys fucking running in there, pulling all the shit out, and I always like, damn, you know, because in meat, you're kind of like, they'll bring the thing in, they'll drop it off, you'll chit chat with the driver,
you guys got it crazy.
Fucking fist bumps the guy, fucking bullshit in the meat cooler, you know. But the produce guys are there at 4 in the morning, getting their fucking ass kicked, breaking down crazy ass pallets. So I can imagine you fucked your back up.
Holidays were just nuts. Bales of pallets of potatoes, yams.
Yeah.
Just fucking, and back then, I knew shit about lifting properly, so I just lifted up my back the whole time, not my legs.
And you're tall as fuck.
And I'm tall, so I had a double whammy.
Yeah,
so I ended up blowing out my back a couple of times, and I think after the 3rd time, Safeway finally called it. They're like,
you gotta get your
shit together. You're 3 strikes, you're out.
Yeah.
So
lift with your legs, fucker.
Yeah, dummy. So we don't want you back. You haven't learned, and so we're gonna retrain you.
Wow.
To do some other career, whatever you want to do.
Damn it.
So
I want to be an astronaut.
Right.
Send me to space, bitch.
So. That was like an eye-opener for me, because never in my life did I had somebody come to me and say, you can do whatever you want. What do you want to do? We'll train you for it.
Wow. So that's a real thing that they offer.
That's a real thing. Like if you hurt yourself enough, now I don't know this day, but back then that's how they worked it.
Go back.
They see it as liability. They don't, right? And they don't want you back. They cut their losses, and they'd rather retrain you.
Okay.
To just get you out of their.
Holy fuck.
Get you out of their hair. So, I thought
kind of a win-win.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, I saw it as something cool, but there's a bunch of question marks. It's like, what the fuck do I want to do? I can do anything, right? And I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do.
Gunsmith.
Right. Because that whole time, that's all I knew. I had kids young, and that was my bread and butter. It's how I kept my kids fed, kept the roof over my family's head, everything. But consistent check, dude, right?
I think that's the biggest trap. You know, like,
that's a huge trap, but it's a nice trap.
Yeah, it's a good trap. That's what I go to work for. You know, like,
I mean, how many miles were you driving for that trap?
There's been a lot of miles on the fucking on my truck, on my car. At 19, I was taking the before I had I had a Pontiac Thunderbird. Shout out to Pontiac. We need you back. The Thunderbird. But I remember I had a car that needed a lot of work, and those cars are fucking. There's a reason why they went out of. That's the reason they stopped making them, because there's a lot of unnecessary pieces you have to take off just to get to something. Like,
they weren't engineered.
No, fuck no. You know, it's American made, but goddamn, we fucked up. We fucked up on that one. I was determined. I would take the fucking light rail. Do whatever I had to do, I'd hoof it if I had to, you just go to make your fucking money.
Right.
Cause it was good, on those fucking paydays, and then you get, they had those little pay cards, you know, and like when I was there, like it's like your whole paycheck gets loaded up on a debit card.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was cush. Like, oh fuck, all right, you know? Cool.
You got your little credit card to go.
Yeah, you got your little card. It comes a day earlier if you sign up on it, and you know, but yeah, good trap.
That's a whole other trap.
Yeah, a whole other trap. You know, nowadays they have stuff like daily pay, or you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
They had that at Sprouts. Daily pay, and like.
For people who can't manage your money.
Yeah. And dude, I was looking at my emails every day like, do I need this? Like, do I need to cash out 2 days of work? You know, like,
right.
It sounds good, but it's a trap because it's taken out of what you're going to get. There's a percentage taken out. You're paying fucking $5 each time you do that.
Right.
And it's everything. It's convenience. You know, it's going to fuck you somehow. If it sounds
it's always does.
Yeah, and if it sounds too good to be true, it is. Fucking crazy.
So yeah, that's how I ended up getting out of Safeway. Was
shitty.
It was a shitty way to go, but in the long run, as I found out later, and as you probably already know, there's always silver linings to every story. So. I did have a hard time figuring out what I want to do, but I kind of fell back again on what both my parents did, which was real estate, which I had a lot of knowledge about. But I knew I didn't want to jump into real estate because that's on the complete opposite end of the spectrum of a consistent check. That's like commission only.
Yeah.
So if you ain't selling, you ain't making shit.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting retrained to be a real estate appraiser.
Okay.
Shadowed some guy, took all the tests, all the state tests and stuff. Make a long story long. At the end of that training, my dad called me.
Okay.
And at the time, he had just moved to the Valley 209 area code.
Yeah.
And
represent.
Yeah, they were. He was just slanging out there.
Okay.
Just doing crazy volume because they were just building out there.
Good time.
Good
golden time out there
in real estate, right?
Yeah.
Right before the bubble burst.
Yeah.
And but his office was here in San Jose, so he called me up. He was like, "Hey, I was wondering if you'd be interested in helping me out because I have zero time to be going back and forth to the office from 209 in San Jose. I'm just doing way too much business out here. I can't keep up, and I need an escrow coordinator to do all my paperwork for me."
How badass? Or no?
No.
Okay.
I mean, how often do you get that opportunity?
You don't.
To work with your own parent and just make money hand over fist.
Yeah.
Right? So something in my gut said just do it.
Yeah.
Pull the trigger. And I did. And so I stopped, even though I had knowledge of appraisal now and stuff, which kind of coincided with real estate, I started helping my dad out and doing escrow coordinating for him out of his San Jose office.
Nice.
And ended up helping out some friends, looking for homes, selling homes, learned a little bit about lending, did a lot of escrow coordinating for him. It was good times, good money.
Nice.
It was nice. I ended up using that money to remodel some of my own properties, buying more properties.
Yeah.
My dad actually presented me with an opportunity to flip a property out there in 209 that I didn't even see. I just bought at some point, like 6 months later, flipped it and made like 50 grand.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just like no brainer stuff, right?
You got it.
So, good times, but then the bubble burst, and then I ended up trying to remember how it ended up. Oh, I ended up actually there was a little shit ass job after the bubble burst. I was like, fuck, what I'm gonna do now?
Yeah.
I ended up working for God, I can't even remember the name of the company, but they're the ones who come and service the fire extinguishers and, and all the soaps and shit.
Cintas?
Cintas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked for them for like 3 or 4 months doing.
Did you have a full uniform, the whole get?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would ride in this little truck that was fitted with a camper shell to service all the extinguishers.
Dude, some of those guys walk around like they're fucking RoboCop.
Oh, dude.
Like,
that's a whole nother conversation. But
like, give those guys.
You're absolutely right.
Give them a gun if they're gonna be that fucking serious.
Their egos are like outweigh their physical bodies.
Yeah, like, bro, what do you even do here? Give us the band-aids and keep it moving, bro.
No, they're like, get out of my way, like, like,
this is my stuff I'm servicing.
Yeah, like, I am the fire marshal.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, alright. Dude, am I gonna get fined?
It's funny, because working with those guys, it's like, you can see why, like, they get access and like backstage pass into like a bunch of different buildings and like high security places that still need fire extinguishers. So they feel a certain way about that, right? Yeah. Like,
they got the juice card.
Yeah. But that was that, and that was kind of short-lived, thank God. And then actually,
freaking Cintas.
Yeah, Cintas was fucking wild. It was pretty crazy. The day I left, one of the OG guys, as like a going away gift, he's like, "Hey, thanks for being here. Whatever. Here's a couple free fire extinguishers, like brand new." I was like, I ended up back in retail. This time it was, I don't know if you remember Constantino's in Santa Clara on Homestead.
Yeah.
That was another historical landmark.
Yeah.
So.
Fucking Constantino's.
Yeah.
Where I'm working now is the old Constantino's.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was up on the hill.
Yeah.
You're right.
Crazy.
So that's a whole nother conversation with the Constantinos family, because there's a lot of dysfunction in that family.
Yeah.
That I heard stories about. The kids didn't want to. The kids were kind of defunct, right? So like the parents and all the uncles, like they're the ones who built it up and ran it.
Yeah.
And the kids just kind of. They were kind of flaky, snowflakes.
Right.
And just
they had a lot on their shoulders. They had no idea what they were inheriting.
Yeah, they bit off. But there was a Korean guy who wanted to open up a Korean store in Constantino's.
Inside of it?
Well, in the existing Constantino.
Okay.
But his idea was to do an American store, and they called it. He called it Good Earth Markets.
Oh shit.
So he's trying to brand it as like this health store, but like it was half, and he kept some of the Cosentino's inventory.
Yeah.
But then
he was ahead of his time.
But then he was way ahead of his time. But then he also merchandised some Korean stuff in there.
Oh, okay.
So like customers would come in and they're like, Good Earth Foods, what kind of store is this? Is this like a healthy alternatives? And like he wanted us to push that, but like
it's a front.
It's a front.
It's a straight front.
And he had some shady people working for him that I ended up finding out in the long run. But that store only lasted for like, I don't know how long he pushed that, maybe 6-8 months.
Damn.
And then until he realized that like the customer base wasn't really buying it.
Yeah.
Right, that they figured out his game.
Yeah,
so like you're like,
bro.
Right. So once like the Constantino's inventory all ran out and stuff, he was like, oh man. He knew his game was up. That job, I ended up being not only the produce manager, but he wanted me to be the produce buyer.
Okay.
For both his stores.
Oh shit.
So that's where I learned produce buying.
Now, were you working with Mr. Constantino?
No, the Constantinos were out at that point.
Okay.
Like he bought everything over.
Okay, gotcha.
So it was fully run by him. the Cosentinos were no longer. They kept some of the Cosentinos staff.
Yeah.
Who wanted to stay on.
Okay.
But it was all in the background. It was all Korean run.
Okay, so that same guy that wanted to do that Good Earth Market is the person that bought out Cosentino's?
Correct.
Damn, okay, so, wow. Yeah, I always wonder what happened to Cosentino's.
Yeah, because they had 3 stores. They had the Homestead store, they had the store on Union. That used to be a Cosentino's, now to Lunardi's. And then they had the one on top of the hill.
Okay. Now, I worked at the Union Lunardi's, that was the Cosentino's, and now I work at the New Leaf, that was Cosentino's, which is fucking crazy. And
there's no coincidences.
Right? And when I was at Sprouts in Santa Clara, my assistant manager was this old school butcher, Edmund Butch. And this dude, I'm not sure if he's still working. He was old school, old timer. No offense, shout out Butch. Hope you hear this. Great guy. His wife was a Cosentino. It was the daughter.
Oh shit! He was married into the family.
Yeah, he's married into the family, and all I fucking heard all the time
the
was
drama stories.
Yeah, this Cosentino.
So you've heard it too.
Yeah, and it's like you would think they're talking about the fucking mafia, and they're Italian, and certain spots in San Jose with Italian money were whatever. And it's crazy because that shit goes deep, man.
It does.
And Butch is a solid ass dude, and I remember like accommodating him as best as I could because that fucking old man wanted to come in at 4 a.m. every day.
Right.
Come in, he'd have his coffee, and I just remember I show up at 5, he'd already be there, and he'd already cut like the whole fucking counter, and he was like, my wife made these these rolls, like you have to eat this. And I'm like, fuck. I knew in the morning that like it was kind of perfect. I was single at the time. I was kind of living on my own, and like I was like, oh fuck, a free breakfast. I knew if I was there, he had like a burrito or like fresh made bread, like some crazy shit. His wife was a killer baker, and I worked with him for a minute. And I remember when I left that store and got promoted and went to another store, he left the company shortly after, and him and his wife opened their own market on the Embarcadero, I believe.
Oh, sure.
And I think it's still there. And it's like the same. It's like the curse of the Cosentinos. Like they went over there, and I hope they're doing great. I hope they're being successful and everything. But I just remember he was like, "It's a lot. I'm the only person here. I'm doing everything," and he was already like coming up on age, And I was like, "Bro, I'll come work for you." He's like, "We're not making that type of money yet. I can't really bring." He's like, "I can't bring you on because I can't really pay you what you want at least." And yeah, it's crazy. The Cosentinos thing is nuts, and even now, like, we're talking about the Cosentinos because me and the store manager where I'm at, we took down the the railing system of because the Cosentinos, they used to have the meat hanging. And, and that's back when they still break down the meat and shit. So it still had the whole. It still had the
really all the hooks. And
everything? So we just took those down. 2026 just took those fucking those things down.
That's wild.
Those have been up since I don't know when that store was up, but I know that shit was running in like the early 90s with the calves hanging and the lambs.
So
hanging.
they used to break their own meat then.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
And that's one of the reasons why I left Sprouts and went to Lunardi's. That same one that was the Cosentinos, because they had that same setup. So I learned how to break beef at Lunardi's. Okay. And that was fucking awesome, dude. That was a killer experience.
Because I don't think you can really get that anymore.
No, I mean, that was one thing that I never wanted to be, was just be what they call it, like a box butcher. Oh, you just know how to cut it from a box.
Right.
You can't cut it
broken down.
Yeah, you can't cut the whole animal kid,
Right.
And that shit, like, No, I wouldn't say it haunted me, but like that was one thing that I always thought, like, nah, I need to learn more, you know, and yeah, super cool. Fucking Constantinos.
Yeah, that's cool, because fast forward to now, you look at people like us and we're like the last of the Mohicans. Right?
Yeah, you know, like
we're like, who knows our skills anymore? Because like you said, the way I was trained in pro, I was trained by some old school guys.
no.
And I try and pass that on to people, but some people don't want to learn, so it's like
it's dead, bro.
It's gonna be dead pretty soon.
Yeah.
Like what are people gonna do in the meat department or the produce department? Like, are they just
bullshit? Fucking try their hardest to make it look like they're doing something.
Is the meat
like
and the produce gonna jump up on the shelf by itself?
Yeah.
Perfect order.
Helping customers with phones in their hands.
AI, maybe AI will take care of it.
Yeah, you know, like, it's a lot of them need it, you know. A lot of snowflakes, a lot of crybabies, a lot of people that are too in their own thoughts to take direction. I've seen that a lot, where it's like
they can't get it out of their own way.
No, they're in their fucking feelings. I'm mad at the customer and I don't want to. It's like, shut the fuck up. Help the fucking person. You got an old person that has been doing this their whole fucking life, and a punk kid that doesn't want to fucking do their tasks that they're getting paid the fucking money for. Bro, why'd you take the job? I don't want to help people. Go do something else, bro.
90% of the job is customer service.
Yeah, we need laborers. Go dig a fucking hole.
Right.
Like, if you're too cool or you're too hardcore, then go do something else. Because the road's there, you know, like the path is there. You go any way you fucking want. Be homeless and ask for money. They're doing great these days. These motherfuckers are getting
They probably make more money than we do.
Yeah.
Tax free.
They got free rent down the street.
Free rent, free food.
Yeah, free needles, free crack pipes. California.
Sky's the limit.
Fuck you, Gavin Newsom. Gruesome Newsom. Different episode. Okay. So then what happened? Where else did you go?
So yeah, I went to the old Costantino's. Learned a lot there as a produce buyer. Ended up going buying produce 3 days a week.
Okay.
Up in South San Francisco.
Oh, cool. You're commuting there?
No, I'd wake up at like 2, 3 in the morning. Dad at the store, the box truck, drive the box truck up there, load up the box truck.
Oh, how fucking cool!
Bring it all the way back, unload the bitch.
What?
Break it all down in the cooler. Once it's all broken down, work the whole department.
Oh, sheesh.
Get the whole department up. Then after the whole department's up, go back, go through all my invoices, do all my pricing and my price adjustments.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, it's cool to have that kind of control, you know, or that type of...
It is, but if you're doing it 7 days a week...
Yeah, holy fuck.
12 hours a day.
Damn.
And then end up going through divorce because your significant other says you're not home enough.
Yeah.
Then
too busy trying to provide.
Sometimes it's not that cool.
Yeah, true.
But then again, blessings in disguise, right?
Yeah.
So after that gig was up, I ended up at Sunflower.
Okay.
Or Sprouts. And because they were, I forgot how I learned. Oh, I know. One of my boys that I trained at Midtown as a courtesy clerk, got him into produce. He ended up at Sunflowers somewhere. I think in Modesto or somewhere.
Was it David?
David Silva.
Shout out to David
Silva.
Silva.
David Silva?
Yeah.
Thank you, David. Thank you.
We appreciate you, bro.
But yeah, I trained David at Midtown. He was one of the courtesy clerks, and I got him into produce. And because he would always, as a courtesy clerk, stop at the produce farm and bullshit and stuff. Yeah. And so I've seen him grow. And shout out to David Silva. He ended up getting into corporate Safeway up in Pleasanton.
He's back into Safeway?
He just recently left there, but he was doing that for a while, running their food to go program for the whole NorCal division.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's literally one of those stories that I've seen go from courtesy clerk all the way up to the top.
Yeah.
Crazy. Wow.
That's fucking cool.
But yeah, he told me about Sunflower. As you know, there ended up being some bullshit.
Yeah.
At that store at Sprouts on Prospect, and my crew that was hired for me, they were what I now know to be a bunch of snowflakes.
Yeah.
And so they ended up spinning this narrative that I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and blah blah blah. So my merchandiser Andy Martinez got involved, and then his boss, he got Pete Campius involved.
Yeah.
And people started coming over and taking pictures of stuff and documenting, even though I let them know way ahead of time, hey, these dudes don't want to listen, and I ended up going out on medical leave.
Okay.
For a little bit and taking some time off.
Yeah.
And then when I came back, one of the guys in the department, one of the ringleaders, he was like, "Well, I'm the manager now."
Wow.
I'm like, "Oh, really?" So
try to pull rank on you.
Yeah. So we had this little beef going on. Make a long story long, HR ended up getting involved because of some other stuff, and HR. Really, the whole Sprouts gang is you know, there's so much bullshit that goes on there, especially with the people in the higher ups.
Especially at that time, too.
Especially at that times. But as you know, people end up getting their karma. I mean, a lot of those people either aren't working there anymore or got demoted.
I seen, from being there, at the same time, I seen every single one of those people fall off, and they fell off bad.
Hard. Yeah, hard.
Bad.
Like shit bit them in the ass.
Yeah.
Just hard.
And they got fucked over as they deserve.
As they deserve.
You know, because
what goes around comes around.
That was fucking crazy.
So yeah, I witnessed and was privy to all of that. Had to my going out on Sprouts was. Because I didn't take no bullshit from anybody, so I was just calling people on the carpet left and right for what I saw.
Yeah.
HR didn't like it, so they started documenting their own narrative.
Yeah.
I was asking for camera footage because I knew there was camera footage. All of a sudden, they don't have camera footage for the days that.
Yeah.
I was
fucking Jeffrey Epstein's your ass.
Right.
We lost all the footage.
Yeah. Fucking shit was just lost. So they started doing their own documenting, and I'll start getting pulled into the office more frequently.
Okay.
And questions.
Yeah.
So you already see the writing on the wall, right?
Right.
So I'm just minding my P's and Q's, making sure all my I's are dotted, my T's are crossed, doing everything by the book. So, you know, one day they called me into the office, and it was my store manager who ended up flipping on me. Bill Popper. Yeah. Shout out to Bill. Bill, you were a good guy, no hard feelings.
Cool guy. You were fucking your wife in the office, and everyone knew it though, bro. Everyone knew that shit, dude. Thank you for hiring me. Fucking, shout out to Bill.
Bill.
Dirty dog.
Bill and his Uggs.
Yeah.
But, it was Bill, the HR lady, and I think my produce merchandiser was even there.
Flower.
And they're like, you just don't seem to be doing your job. And I was like, I'm not signing this. I'm not. And they're like, well, you can't go back to work. You can't go back out on the floor. And I said, are you firing me?
Yeah.
And they didn't want to give me a straight answer. They didn't tell me no, they didn't tell me yes.
Yeah.
And I knew by law that if that if you're gonna get fired, they have to give you your last check.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right.
And so that was the basis of my question. Like, are you firing me? Like, do you have my last check ready for me?
Yeah.
Which they didn't, and they know they didn't, and so that's why, in my head, I believe they weren't giving me a straight answer.
Yeah.
Because they were just gaming it at this point, seeing if I was going to call their bluff.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, if you're not firing me, then I'm still on the clock and I'm going to go back out and finish my shift. And they're like, if you go back out there, we're going to have to call the police. And I said, well, you still haven't answered my question if I'm being fired or not.
Yeah.
And so I got up and I walked out of the office and I went to go finish my shift. About 10, 15 minutes later, the police showed up. And back in the office, we go, hey, can we talk to you real quick? What's going on? So I tell them the whole story and I tell them, hey, I asked them if I was being fired. And they understood it. They're like, yeah, we get it, but you know, they're trying to get you for trespassing and this and that, blah, 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 because they told you to leave and you didn't want to leave. And I said, I just asked them if I was being fired or not.
Yeah.
And they never gave me a straight answer. And they're like, well, I think in the best interest for everybody right now, just to diffuse the situation and not to escalate it any further, if you would be willing to leave at this point, because not because they want it, because we're asking you to.
Yeah.
And I said,
fair enough.
Fair enough. You know, you guys are being cordial with me and everything. You're not being dicks and stuff. So, all right.
And fucking pepper spray your
right,
eyes.
right, or anything like that. Because they knew they didn't have. Their shit was baseless. What were they going to get me out of?
Yeah, they probably didn't want to be there in the fucking first place.
Exactly. So I ended up leaving, and I think I got like a letter in the mail or something like 3 days later, stating that it was terminated.
Wow. And did they mail that final check with that letter? Or was it just a letter of like?
I don't think they did. I think it was just a letter.
Piece of shit. Yeah.
So because I was working like a dog those 3 or 4 months doing all the grand openings, I never got my breaks and never got lunches sometimes.
Yeah.
And stuff. And along with all the other retaliation bullshit, there was some other stuff going on. I was like, you know what? I wonder what the labor board would have to say about this.
Yeah.
You know, I knew some stuff, but I didn't know how much of a case I had. So I went there just from all the bullshit that I was dealing with and threw it in front of somebody to see what was going on. They're like, are you serious? Like, this is what's going on? And they're like, yeah, we can help you with the breaks and the lunches, but the retaliation part's going to be it'll be a separate case if we end up going that route. So make a long story long, Sprouts, from what the attorney at the labor board told me, she goes, they're not responding to any of our requests.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how pompous, like, the people up there were, that, oh, you can't fuck with us. Like they're not even going to respond.
Wow.
So a hearing got set.
Yeah.
They didn't even come to the hearing.
Holy fuck.
So I ended up getting a judgment in my favor.
Good.
And that's how I ended up getting the Sprouts truck.
There you go.
They paid me out.
Shout out to the Sprouts truck.
20 racks. Thank you, Sprouts.
Right.
I don't always like things ending up that way, but the way I was raised, my dad always taught me, stand up for what you believe in, especially if it's right.
Yeah. Don't
ever bow down to anybody just because.
Yeah. There's no need to. That's fucking awesome.
People are trying to fuck you over, and you know it's the truth.
Yeah.
Stand up for what you believe in.
Yeah.
And that was one of those times I was kind of glad I did. But yeah, that was Sprouts. And then after Sprouts, wasn't working, was still dealing with divorce bullshit. I ended up representing myself for 7 years.
Damn.
So it was like a full-time job for me.
Holy shit.
I was rough times. At one point, I was going to court once a month.
Yeah.
For just bullshit stuff.
Damn it.
But
we had some good times at the Normandy.
Oh,
during that
time. I remember. I almost forgot about that. Good old Normandy. Yeah. Shouts out to the Normandy.
Shouts to the Normandy.
Speaking of the Normandy, there's a killer taco truck there.
Really?
Now, Wednesdays through Saturdays. Probably the best store I've ever had.
Really?
In Silicon Valley.
Oh, shit.
The guy does it up. Either tacos or quesadillas or tortas.
Okay.
He does everything else, carne asada and stuff.
Yeah.
But his pastor, hands down, dude. Really good. You gotta try it out. But
we'll do the next episode of the Normandy.
All right, live from the Normandy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This man amaretto.
Nice. But yeah, it's funny because the final place I ended up where I'm at currently.
Okay.
I remember how much of a break I took. It was like a year and a half. I get a call out of the blue. And it's the guy who was managing that Green Earth Korean foods place.
Yeah.
His name was Cal Wong. He calls me out of the blue. He goes, "Ray, what's up?" I go, "Hey, Cal, how's it going?" He goes, "Nothing much. I'm over here at the store, and I was just wondering if you'd be willing to come down and talk to the produce manager. He really needs help in his department."
Oh, wow.
And he's like, "Are you working?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "You want to work?" And I'm like, "Not really."
Yeah.
Because I was so busy with bullshit.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, if you could at least do me the favor and come down, even if you're not going to take the job, and talk to this guy."
Okay.
And I said, "Fair enough.
Yeah. Easy enough.
I'll do you that favor, Cal, because you're a good guy."
Okay.
So I go down to Zanato's and ask him and talk to the produce manager. His name's Doug. He's actually one of the store owners. And I sit down with Doug and I'm like, "Hey, Doug," and he asked me the same question. He goes, "Hey, how you doing? Tell me a little about yourself. Are you working?" And I go, "No." "Do you want to work?" "No."
Yeah.
and he's like, "Well, I'm just looking for somebody to help me set the rack right now because we only got one guy on the rack." And I'm thinking, only one guy on the rack? Like, this is a small ass department.
Damn, like that. They'll need two people on that.
Yeah,
rack,
like I can set this rack by myself.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, the department's just struggling, and I'm really at my wit's end, and I just need somebody."
Okay.
And he's like, "What's it gonna take for me to, like, have you here?" And I'm like, told him everything I was going through, and I didn't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
I wasn't really looking to work. Yeah. I go, "If I did, I'd be only willing to give you maybe like 20 hours a week, because that's all I wanted." He goes, "I tell you what," he goes, "I'll only schedule you 20 hours a week, and I'll let you make your own schedule."
Nice.
I was like, "Fuck."
Locked in now.
How do I say no to this, right? So I go, against my better judgment, but then again, my gut was telling me, just do it. I go, "All right, 20 hours, and I get to make my own schedule." He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Okay.
Trust the gut.
I'll do it." And been there ever since.
Okay.
Started out with 20 hours, but ended up full time eventually.
Yeah. Fucking double that up.
Another trap, right?
Yeah.
Talking to one of the other old produce guys, owners at one of the other stores. He goes, "So what do you call it? He got you in the golden noose."
Damn it.
I go, "Yep, he got me," but good times though.
Yeah.
Anytime, so.
The good thing about the golden noose is it's loose enough you can still breathe. A little bit.
They have to.
Yeah.
Right? Because what good are you dead?
Yeah. It's
just enough so you can feel it, right?
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
You end up getting tattoos just to fill the
just to fill the mark.
I get it.
The velvet noose.
Yeah.
That's what we call it, the velvet noose.
Oh man.
So I'm sure you can relate in a lot of ways to.
Oh yeah.
To that whole journey, like I said, I know your journey, where you've started and you've come a long way. Yeah, you've learned a lot and seen a lot.
Yeah, and thankful for you for getting me into Sprouts. That one.
I got you into Sprouts.
Well, you told me about it, and Bill hired me at the same store. I got hired at Prospect. Was my first store.
Was that your first retail?
No, I went from Safeway. I was at Safeway for 4 years. I did my meat apprenticeship.
At Safeway?
At Safeway.
Okay.
At 19. I went from...
You were 19?
Yeah. I was a courtesy clerk for... speaking of a short-term courtesy clerk, I was a courtesy clerk for 3 weeks.
Oh, fuck.
And and then I became a meat clerk, and then a apprenticeship opened up. I was only a meat clerk for about a year.
Holy shit.
And then I got into the apprenticeship.
You got the fucking fast track.
Yeah, I got a fast track.
Nice.
I was at the Cherry store, the Cherry and Almaden store.
Oh, okay.
And they were doing a lot of business.
That's kind of a big volume store.
Yeah, it was they're doing a lot of business, and I had the opportunity. I was young, but those meat guys were fucking tough. They were tough, old school assholes, you know. And I was a little gangbanger from the fucking streets, and I had a hard time dealing with them. You know, I had a tough time with being called son or being called kid, you know. And I remember that fucking would get my fucking blood boiling. I was like, dude, don't fucking call me son. And I remember Chuck, the meat manager, Chuck Anari, rest in peace. He was like, hey son, I remember I told him, I was like, dude, I my fucking dad doesn't even call me son. Don't fucking call me son. You know, and like I popped off on all of them, and like now I popped off on them, but that period lasted maybe 2 days. You know, it was like a solid 2 days of where I was filled with like
breaking period.
Yeah, you know, like fuck you guys are gonna tell me what to do. And then like 1 week later, like they're showing me more, they're giving me more tasks, throwing a whole bunch on my plate, and
just to see if you could handle it.
Yeah, just to see if I could handle it. And I really didn't know that there was a plan or like I didn't know there was more to it. You know, because in my head at the young age, I thought it was just like them throwing shit on me on purpose and like them trying to give me a hard time.
Just to make things difficult.
Yeah, you know, and in reality, I was just being tested.
Sure,
absolutely. And, you know, next thing I know, I'm doing the fucking inventory on the frozen section and all this other stuff that none of these guys want to do because it's fucking...
It's work.
Yeah, and it's with a scan gun.
Oh, shit.
And these guys are missing fingers. You know? these guys have been cutting meat since the 70s.
Holy
you
shit.
know, or early 80s.
They've seen a bunch of bandsaws.
Yeah, you know, they only know that. You know, so I was coming at a good time where they're introducing a lot of technology, and I was like, oh, cool. I grew up with video games and computers. Nice. You know, like my grandma always had computers, and we always had a lot of stuff. So I wasn't like not able to adapt when those guys have already been burned out. You know, so I kind of got the fast track on that end, and then just kind of flourished in that, and then I went to jail.
Oh no shit!
Yeah, and then at 21, I got in trouble, and then I came home, and then I was trying to deal with working still and like still meeting my expectations of hours and going to classes and everything. And I was like still able to finish it, but towards the end, I couldn't. Like, I had to leave for like a year. You know, like I tried my best on everything. I tried getting like the work release and all that stuff, and they're like, no,
it's just not working.
Yeah, it wasn't and how they broke it down to me.
You're just crashing out.
Yeah, how they broke it down to me. If it was like a drug case or something stupid, they would be able to do it. But mine was a little bit more serious. So like, it was like, no, fuck you. So that was the end of my Safeway stint, and then I remember I was working at Walmart, and I was
that's how you ended up in Walmart.
Yeah, and I was at Walmart because that was the only place that was going to hire me, and I came on as a meat clerk, and then I became the meat manager in like a month.
Holy shit!
Because there was no one that was willing to do it.
Right.
And I became the meat manager, and then I was the manager of perishables. Okay. And what that meant was I ordered for meat, produce, deli, and frozen. And I had 2 other people that would do the same thing with me. Mm-hmm. So I was working with 2 guys that didn't fucking speak English.
Oh, wow.
And they didn't like me because I didn't speak Spanish. So it was just a mind fuck, you know?
That's
and
rough.
Yeah, and there was a lot of teasing, a lot of like, I'm not going to listen to you, like a lot of fuck you, and it's like nonsense. And shit I've dealt with my whole fucking life, you know? So it was nothing, nothing out the ordinary. Yeah, I'm like, we're going to fight.
Yeah.
And thankfully, right before I was like ready to just snap, you hit me up and told me, you're like, hey, I just landed a gig at Sunflower. Come check it out. It's not open yet. And I remember you told me that, and I was like, okay, what the fuck? You know, like, do I get a paper application or what? You know, and there wasn't a online application or something like it. You told me to go in there. I went there. The store didn't open yet, and I met Bill. I seen you on. You were like on your way out, and you're like, "Hey, you really came." And you're like, I remember you're like, "Oh shit, okay, you really showed up," you know. And I showed up straight from the other job, so I was wearing my bullshit khakis, and but I was on. I looked decent, you know.
You looked the part.
Yeah, I threw a different shirt on, so I didn't have my stupid blue Walmart shirt. And I remember walking in, and I met Bill, and it was like, hey, you really want to come on? You want to meet the meat team? And I met Ben, the meat manager at the time.
Ben.
Dude, and that guy was tripped out.
Ben was a trip.
Yeah, I remember.
Ben can see you.
Yeah. And I remember going over there, and he was like, "Hey, what's up, man? You a meat cutter or you a meat clerk?" And I was like, "Well," I said, "I'm a meat cutter." I said, "Just to be honest with you, I've just been an apprentice." I said, I've been an apprentice. I went to the school. I got all my certs. I said, but I did get discharged from the union because at the time I pretty much failed the program because I had to go to jail, and that was shitty, dude. Because I was trying my best to get everything, and
in order.
Yeah, and then I was like, fuck, my time frames. I knew I was gonna go, so like my whole thing was trying to get it done before that happened, so I could. You know, when I came back, I had all my papers, I had my certs, I had all that shit.
That in itself was a test.
Yeah, dude, and I fucking missed the ball on that one. But he was like, okay, he's like, that's fine. He's like, do you know how to cut meat? And I was like, yeah, bro, I can fucking cut meat. And he was like, I need fucking help. We're gonna fucking open the store, and these guys don't fucking want to do shit. And then I looked around, and I seen 2 other guys that was in there with my apprenticemanceship.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, and I was like, oh fuck, I know this guy. You know, I've seen this fuck up. You know, we're all the same. We're all the same. Like we're all in the same boat. You know. And I remember I told Bill like, because he walked and we were walking through the store. He introduced me to the team. He saw that whole interaction, and he was
fucking smiled.
Yeah, dude. And I remember thinking like, oh, I might have blown it by showing myself, right? You know, right. Like, oh, I'm cool with this, you know, like, and right. and I turned around and he was juiced. So to me, I was like, oh, cool. I just like cemented myself in, Absolutely. And I was locked in with that company. I mean, hell, I was there for about 7 years.
With Sprouts?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I was with Sprouts for about 7 years.
At that store at Prospect?
No, I was at Prospect until it opened. I was there, it opened, and then after you got fired or whatever, I was only at Prospect for about 2 more months, okay. And then I opened the Branham store. Okay. And then when the Branham store opened, they kept me. They kept that. I did the grand opening. And it was still Sunflower, so right, I opened that one as Sunflower, and they asked me, it was Bill and Tom. Tom was the other one.
Oh, Tom.
And Tom was like, he liked me because he knew I came from Safeway, and he came from Safeway.
That's right.
And he also came from Pack and Save, and he had that old school mentality, and he loved me. He was like, this is my guy. Nice. He's like, I want you to stay here, and I'll give you $1 to stay. Damn. And I was like, fuck, okay, you get, they already, and
how much were you making at that point?
I was making $23 or $24 as like a just a meat cutter. Damn. You know, it's just a cutter, and my big thing was I just wanted to come on at least at 23 because that's a super small number compared to now.
He's all, fuck, 23? Yeah. Cut myself short.
Yeah, but at the time, dude, like, the meat cutter roll was $22.50. Okay. And when I originally got hired at Safeway, I got hired at $8.50 as a courtesy clerk.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
I got a courtesy clerk at that, and then when I went to meat,
remember those wages.
I got $13. And then the next month, I became an apprentice, and I got $18. Okay. And I got $10 within like 3 months.
Holy shit.
And then once I started going to San Jose City and getting all the classes, I got $22.50. Damn. And then I was like, fuck, okay.
So this is what meat cutters make.
Yeah, you know, and that was the unfortunate part about the union. Fuck the union. You know, they lowball you, and then everyone gets the same wage, so everyone's like, oh, well, I'm making the same, I've been here for 20 years, so at like a 19-year-old, 20-year-old, I'm like, well, if this guy's been raising his fucking family off this thing, I guess this is, you know, I guess I could do it, you know, and that was a whole mind fuck, because then you're thinking, it's just a crazy, just like, it's a psyop. It's a psyop, bro. It's crazy. Yeah, like, Sprouts offered that. The $1 was a thing. And then, like, I think I was only a meat cutter for about 6 months. And then I became an assistant manager.
Holy shit.
And
at Sprouts?
At Sprouts. And I was in management for the rest of my career.
Damn.
And I was only an assistant for I think like 2 years, and I really liked being an assistant. Like that was the coolest thing. Like the guys were fucking, everyone was smoking bud. We were working right next to the bar, Branham Lounge.
Oh shit, you know, that's right.
Everyone in my crew was around the same age. I was like 23.
Oh, fuck. You know, that's a wrap, bro.
22, 23, 24.
That's a fucking party bus.
Yeah, like, I was having a chill time. Like, I didn't want to leave that little location, you know, and
that was the comfort pad.
Yeah, and I was clutch, bro. Like, I was, it was cool. The other assistant was my boy, Jeff. We used to call him Slim Shady, tall white boy, gangster white boy, fucking cool as fuck, you know. Shout out to Jeff. Me and him were fucking tight, you know. And we show up at like 6 a.m. We'd punch in, go outside. He'd smoke a cigarette. I'd smoke a little bit of bud. We drive to Starbucks. We go to Starbucks. We get a coffee. We come back to work. He'd light up another stove. I'd take another hit off the bud, and then we'd go in.
Just fucking grind.
And bro, and it was like 6:40. Like we were getting paid for like 40 minutes already. But then we'd go in and we'd kick ass until like 3 o'clock and cut more than any of these piece of shits could even imagine. You know, and that was so fucking cool. But then I took the fucking trap because these bastards were like, they knew we were making good numbers. Mm-hmm. That store was great at a time when it first opened. The first like 5 years, everything was solid. But they started opening more. They started opening more stores. They opened Santa Clara. They opened, you know, they pulled me from just being an assistant, and they're like, we want you on a grand opening team. Just like how you had that fucking same experience, you know, like
another trap.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, cool, I'm in, you know, and I did that, and because there was 2 assistants at the market, so I was able to bounce out, and Donnie, the meat manager, was straight. Shout out Donnie, one of these days I'll get you on here, I promise. And that was a whole nother episode. That cool dude's cool as fuck. That whole crew was solid. I still in contact with most of them. But as soon as I got taken out of that little circle, I started meeting so many more people. I started going to see all these different markets, doing the grand openings. They're giving me fucking money to play with, hotels. We're going, we're going to fucking dinner with the regionals and shit, and it was cool. Like they would buy. The Outback was their thing at that time. That could show where the year frame of it was, you know, like how old that time was. But Outback was the main spot. They had like a little account there, you know.
Actually, you're right. I do remember.
You remember?
They I think the farthest one I did, they put me out in like Sacramento or something.
Yeah, same. I went
and
to
they're like, just go to this hotel and
right next to Outback. Dinner's on us.
Yeah, dinner's on us.
Meet us at 7.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, and that was cool. You know, and I remember feeling like, holy shit, this is so much more than what I was experiencing at like anywhere else.
Right, Safeway or Walmart.
Yeah, you know, because I felt like I was just a fucking pawn or just another number there. But once they started buttering me up and everything, you know.
Trap,
yeah, I was on that tour for like fucking months, dude. Opened up a whole bunch of stores, come back, and they're like, all right, you're not going back to Branham as an assistant. We're going to send you as a meat manager. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, is it more money? And they're like, yeah, you know. So then I got bumped up to like $31. And they're like, it was a nice increase.
How do you say no to that?
I didn't. I fucking jumped and took it like I was fucking Mario on the mushroom, bro. Like, yeah, that was mine. And I don't know, bro. Like I did that, and then it was a whole different ball game. Cause then it was all right. Well, we still want you to open up other stores. We still want you to do this,
even as a meat manager.
Yeah, and it was like I couldn't get my shit going at my own shop. You know, and they sent me to a troubled shop where they just fired one of the meat managers for fucking doing whippets in the fucking cooler. I'll get him on here too. I'm not gonna, you don't get a shout out, bro. I don't want to make you look bad. Shout out Velcro. But you know, they were having their own party over at that shop, you know, like every meat shop or every store, they have their little fucking trouble crew, you know. And I went over, and I went over there as like the guy that was gonna fix all.
Punisher.
Yeah, I went there and I had to fucking lay him down, you know. And that's how they kind of worded it too, you know. It's like, oh, you're gonna clean house, you're gonna fix what's going on, and you're gonna make things better. That's why we pay you this money. And then I really understood the trap that I was getting.
Then you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, because then I ended up fixing that place, and then they gave me another raise, and they sent me to another store, and this store was a low-volume store where I had a minimal crew, and I still was obligated to help with these other openings. You know, and that was starting
How thin can we spread?
Yeah, like
Then it starts clicking.
Yeah, and they're like, hey, we did give you $35 fucking. It's like, bro, fuck. Can you take $1 back? You know, can you take $3 back and take some off my plate? You know.
Here, how about you give me $5 back and you give me some of my soul back?
Yeah. Can I just be in the system again?
Oh no, this is what you signed up for. Remember?
Yeah, dude, and yeah, fucking good old Sprouts. And then I had enough of it, and then I left. And then that was a nice little break, but that was like 4 or 5 years at Whole Foods. Okay. And that place was nice, but it was smoke and mirrors because it's a nicer version of the same shit. You know,
same stick.
Yeah.
Different variables, different
the
players.
The lights are nicer.
Right.
The things are a little bit more expensive. You could buy liquor. There's more of a beer selection. Right. There's more people that are fucked up, and you could fucking be like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'm not doing that bad because this guy's over here on his second divorce, ready to kill himself, drinking himself to death.
This guy's making me feel like King Midas right now.
Yeah, I'm like, I got this, you know, and
another trap,
dude, and that one ended, and then by the time I left, or I got fucking terminated from Whole Foods for working through my lunches because they put you at crazy pressure and make you feel like you can't take a break.
But then it's your fault.
Yeah. So.
Damn you.
And then after that, I fucking left and ended up going back to Sprouts. And
which store?
Sunnyvale, the first one.
Oh, the flagship store.
The only place I didn't work at.
Okay.
So I felt like I felt like, oh, I'll go back. And
was Eric the regional there?
No. So by the time I came back, all that shit was done.
Okay, they had already cleaned up.
Yeah, there's no more regional. All the guys that I had.
Oh, you lucked out.
Yeah, all the guys that I was ready to fucking throw hands with were gone, you know, and they all got terminated. Everyone got washed out, and it was bittersweet. You know, it was like, oh, cool, they're not here anymore, but the pressure's still there.
Right. Same old bullshit.
Yeah, I still have to make all these quotas. There's just no one there saying, what the fuck?
Right.
And then it's like, since I don't have that, and this is some fucked up thinking of mine, but since I didn't have that, it was like, oh, I'm just getting emails. I'm not gonna take this as serious. You know, it's like
another trap.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is it's more laid back.
Right,
okay, well, if you don't care, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
And then
I can do this easy.
Yeah, and then I caught myself doing that. And then I see the other team members, and I was like, "Fuck!" I had to go back to what I know and what I like about the business. And I personally like training people. I like giving what was given to me to others. Like, oh, cool! You want to be a meat cutter? Let me show you how it's supposed to be done. You know, like, let's not take shortcuts because there's so many people that take shortcuts because they suck. Because they have no craftsmanship, they're scared to hold the knife, they don't know what the good result is in the end, they've never been properly trained, so they're just a bunch of fucking pussies that hide behind the fucking counter and try to chit-chat their fucking way to their paycheck every week. And that's pathetic. You know?
Or like you said in the beginning, they're just not willing.
No, yeah, they
just don't care.
They show up, they act stupid, and they go home, and it's shitty. But yeah, so it was a very, very different experience because I was, I got fed another trap because I came on as a meat manager and they capped me out. And I was like, oh, fuck.
You reached journeyman.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. I don't want to do this anymore. You know? So then the opportunity of store management opened. And then I went into store leadership, and same store, and that was a super cool experience. I have no, I don't really have too much negative stuff to say on that one.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
They send you to whole training and everything.
No, it was trial by fire, dude.
Really?
No training whatsoever.
No shit.
Trial by fucking fire.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they gave me a little raise, and that was about it.
You don't even shadow one of the other managers? Or...
Thankfully, that store is the training store.
Okay.
But what that means is that we just get sent all the new people, and they watch how everyone else works. And the whole store's on fucking fire. And we're just putting out fires. So we're just training people how to put out fires and how to people. And then the reason I didn't mind it too much is because I realized that the whole synopsis is we're just peopling, you know, and making money. And then like being in the office, off the sales floor, running the logistics, running the labor, managing all this stuff, sending all the numbers up to the higher ups. I realized like, oh fuck, man, I've been throwing so much of my own essence and time and spirit and energy and everything into nothing.
All for what?
Yeah, nothing. Yeah. You know, because when I send all that shit up,
it hits you like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, I send all that shit up to the higher ups, and it's like, okay, cool, thank you.
Yeah, cool.
It's not, oh,
cool.
Great.
This is your new target.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's never like, oh, you guys did such a great job.
Right.
Let's.
Here's a little bonus for you.
You know, and they did do bonuses. I'll give them that.
Okay.
They ended up doing decent bonuses, but then you see how that works, and that's kind of shitty too, because
that's all more smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, I'm getting a $1,300 bonus, and then everyone else is getting $40. Some people are getting $50. Okay, some people are getting $100 and they're department managers. And now, not to discredit myself, but now in leadership, I'm doing less.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sending those emails.
Right.
You know, I'm making sure the store closes okay, and I'm locking the door every night.
Right.
I'm working 2:30 to 11 every night, closing the place, making sure everything looks good, saying bye to everyone, locking the door, and leaving. But now my bonus is
more than the guys who are doing all the work.
Yeah. And it's like, oh shit, you know, this is kind of fucked up. And now in my role now, I'm a assistant store manager, and I really like it. I'm not at Sprouts anymore, but I really like I like it because I feel like I'm where I need to be there. Because if I was me 10 years ago trying to grind my fucking gears as hard as I possibly can, going balls to the wall, fucking trying to do everything to be the top dog, I'd be looked at like, look at this guy.
Right.
You know?
Right.
What's this guy's fucking problem? And I already get looked at like that because I know what I'm doing.
Right.
You know, I can go in there and I'll cut their whole fucking counter, and the guys are like, oh, great. You know, this guy's gonna fucking come over here and fuck up our mediocre work. And it's like...
People actually feel threatened by it.
Yeah, and it's a comedy.
It is.
And as long as you take it as a comedic relief, it's okay.
You have to. You can't take life seriously.
No. And then it makes me appreciate everyone that has been chill. Like you. Like I think about a lot of the shit you've said, as we've talked over the years about this, you know, like this is the first time on the podcast that we've done this, but we've had this conversation forever. You know,
right? Little
yeah, like this has been a long time coming, and yeah, it makes it a lot easier to be cool about it, you know, and then especially seeing people that can't deal with it.
Yeah.
Because then it's crazy.
That's comedy in itself.
Yeah, and you see people just pulling their hair out, and it's like...
Well, like you said earlier, it makes you feel a certain way, too. Like, damn, at least I'm not...
Yeah, that guy.
Like, I'm blessed.
Yeah, I'm a little stressed out, but I'm not that guy. I'm not that stressed out. I might be frustrated when I'm stressed out.
And then the other caveat to not taking life too personally is kind of that lighter side of retail, where it's not the logistics, and it's not the business side, and it's not the physicalness side, but it's all that little bullshit, like almost like the dark side of retail that you get to enjoy, right?
Yeah.
All those little dark little nuggets that damn, that was cool. I'm glad I got to experience that. Or
the lightsaber is red, but I'm glad I'm glad for the experience. You know, you gotta go through it to understand it.
Yeah. It's definitely one of those sides that I don't think the general public, one, ever sees, or two, would ever understand.
Yeah, or they don't talk about it because they don't have someone where they could relate to, because they're scared to talk how they feel about work, so they're just like either shut off, become socially awkward intentionally because they're avoiding people.
Right. Or their own
fucking bullshit.
Right.
You know, they're and it's so easy to see it now. You know, I don't know. You know, misery loves company. You know,
100%.
And it's when you're in the thick of it, it's so easy to just be like, "Oh, we're all best friends." You know, not really understand why you guys are connected. Why you guys are why you got a 19-year-old, a 22-year-old, a 56-year-old, a 62-year-old, and a 36-year-old all hanging out at a bar, and everyone's having the best time. Now, by all means, have a good time.
Right.
But understand your fucking situation. Understand your
acknowledge it for what it is.
Yeah, and realizing that when you guys are going for a cheers with that shot of fucking whiskey and looking around, and you're just like, yeah. You guys are in a little melting pot. And
a little misery melting pot.
Yeah, and it's like, enjoy it if that's what you want, but know how to pull yourself out of it.
Right. Enjoy it in the present moment.
Yeah, because that fucking water is boiling.
Or you will end up cooked.
Yeah. Fucking
100%.
The flesh will burn and the muscles will fall off the bone.
Yeah. But you need those times as like a buffer.
Yeah.
To fall back on and enjoy, because if it's all just grinding 100%, it's
shitty. You become a robot.
Easy.
Yeah. Very
easy. And that's another part I think the general public doesn't understand. It's just how grinding it is. I remember at Midtown, a lot of the guys on their lunches would go right around the corner. There was AJ's.
Yeah.
If people know what AJ's is.
Yeah.
And go there and have just drinks and just come back just zooted, man.
$2 beers.
Man, just zooted. And try and finish off their shift.
Damn. Yeah, you see it. And it's tough.
Yeah. And that's a whole nother trap.
Yeah.
Right? Just to take the edge off or make yourself feel good.
Yeah.
You're dealing with so much bullshit.
You know?
The grind and trying not to fall into being a robot.
Yeah. Trying to feel something. Crazy.
Crazy, isn't it?
Alright, well, shit. Thank you for coming. It's going to be a wrap on this episode. It's going to have to be one of many.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you guys for listening. Till next time.